You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcast. I am Kevin, and tonight I am joined by Kirk.
Yeah, it's me.
Murray, and
we got an intern.
We have an intern today.
Unpaid intern.
Unpaid.
I paid him, actually. I gave him some pizza, but he actually has to pay me back eventually.
Khalid. We have Khalid here as well, too.
He's going to buy me a nice...
Khalid, you want to say anything?
I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good.
Okay, so we got that.
He's just going to be chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Yeah, we're back. I want to talk about some stuff today. I don't know.
Yeah, what is that stuff?
What kind of stuff? That's a great way to start.
Yeah, no, like this pod is whatever's the top of our heads. I don't know. Well, what's on the top of your heads tonight? What's going through your mind today, Kirk?
I was actually massaging my head earlier with my new... Sorry. I bought... Can I tell our listeners this?
Yeah.
I told you guys earlier. So I bought this massager on Amazon, but I didn't realize it's basically a copy of like a Hitachi magic wand, which is those pleasuring wands for women's parts. Also, you can put your balls on it, whatever.
So a vibrator.
But like, I don't want it that way. I just like the old jerk and Kirk like I normally do. So I just been like getting sore feet from working, standing. My shoulder's always kind of fucked up. So I just turn on full blasts and just do that. But like now there's pictures of me by Khalid. So
you know what? We might post those pictures up.
So
actually,
I feel like I don't want those on the internet. Thank you. But,
dude, that's the internet, man. Once it's out there, it's out there.
But no fucked up thing about that though. So I'm going further because I was massaging my feet.
Yeah,
and it's gonna end up on some fucked up foot fetish site.
That's how the world is right now. They take.
I just don't need that right now. Okay. I don't need that in my life. But yeah, the way it came, it looked totally different on the website. So it came in like a little pink pouch. So it was totally trying to get some ladies, and it showed like women like kind of like that little sex face, and there's a dude kind of right next to them. Whereas on the website there wasn't none of that.
That's cool, man. You bought a sex toy.
Yeah, I got a sex toy now. It's my first one.
There we go.
Except for
so you got a sex toy.
I have a sex toy. So I'm wondering, like, I guess is there crossover appeal if I have a lady, or should I like how would I break that to the lady? I say this is how I massage myself, and like I could like I feel like this is gonna like cut down my sex time way down, right? Or maybe actually give a girl an orgasm. Who knows? Maybe like get her there real fast.
I think it's good. I think it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, it's wireless too. I can take it anywhere. It's a USB charger, so I can.
That is.
So don't tell me I'm not a modern man then at that point.
All right, Murray, what's going through your head these days? What's on the top of your mind? What's
I don't know. I've been told I'm angry.
I'll admit you.
I've been told I'm aggressive lately.
Oh yeah, how so? Who's been telling you you're aggressive? Is it ladies, guys, or just people around you?
People that listen to this, people that know me.
Yeah.
They're like, you're aggressive these days.
Yeah.
These are your dark thoughts, though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is that
They get darker. It's just, I do have somewhat of a conscience, so, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I always feel like whatever you say, I'm normally on board with. It's never something like crazy out there. But you get your passion.
Just kind of like pummel everyone to the point where they just agree with me.
No, but you do make good points, and I feel like it's you're passionate about it, so it comes across. So it's better than you just go, yeah, I think that they that's not a good thing. Just being like straightforward and having like a full on opinion is way more interesting than like whatever I'm probably gonna say.
Sometimes I have a point, and then other times, it's just.
I feel like because
amping up on some issues that I feel passionately about with no real point. Just you get frustrated with certain shit, society, people, the way people act.
Okay.
And then it's So like mainly like what we talk about, the relationships and things of that nature. Random shit.
Yeah.
And I get amped up. I get passionate about it because like. I recollect, my own, experiences, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that person or fuck these people.
Right. So do you find like when it comes to you, the things that, let's say, irk you, are they primarily relationship related? Like let's just say right now
you were not. How I feel about the corporate world.
Yeah. Okay.
And that whole fucking scam. You want me to go there with these fuckers?
Okay. Okay.
Because I could do that, but then people are like, oh. Yeah, but I'm like, maybe people don't know that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not saying some asshole. See, I'm gonna do it again.
Well, let's see where it goes,
I'm gonna do it again. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know. So it's not a relationship thing. I'm just saying, it's like some asshole who goes to business school, who thinks he knows shit. He don't know shit. He knows a little bit about business, but then when he comes into a place, let's say, he doesn't know the field. He doesn't know how it is on the ground.
I went to business school.
I'm saying you can't then go in and not listen to
college
people,
though.
right? You gotta know. You gotta know how a place functions, right? You gotta know. And fuck, man.
Fair enough.
Gets me going.
I get it. There's things that are irking you,
and that's just business. That's just one aspect of it. You know.
I don't know. I'm not really bothered these days. I'm pretty chillaxed. You know what it is? Because I've developed a no. I don't like. I'm not attached.
So do you have one of those wands too, though, or something, or what?
No, he can just. No, but he can now just sit on his new Harley.
Yeah,
and he can just vibrate on that. I guess.
So that's your new buddy's name, Harley.
You can vibrate on that.
No, it's a
motorist. Like
Yeah. No.
Not a sex toy.
He got a new handlebar.
A Harley Davidson.
He got the handlebars with the leather strap, so you can pull it off and whip each other with it.
No. But no, what I'm saying is I'm pretty relaxed these days because I don't know. I don't feel.
Is it pink?
What do you mean?
The Harley?
No, it's a black fucking Harley.
Oh, black guy.
It's a black. Shut up. No, Jesus.
Because I told you the license plate. You can have a new start.
You've been watching Arrested Development? A new start,
Well, there's I like
anus start.
No, I like the analyst therapist, those anal rapists.
No, but like I used to get irked by things. I used to get annoyed by things.
Oh yeah, actually no, it's true. Like I feel like I don't do it on purpose. Sometimes I do, but I don't realize how I used to get under your skin a bit.
You used to, well, like
I noticed lately, like I was throwing all of them out yesterday.
Oh yeah, you were going at me.
You were just like deflecting like crazy.
Yeah.
But it was like you were just like, fuck that, Kirk, my man.
No, you know what it is.
You're better than that.
No, you know what it is. You got to learn to let go of ego. You gotta let go of. You just don't give a shit. You know what it is.
Fuck, those lights are bright. I looked up.
No. What I'm saying is like. There's things that used to annoy me, like if I used to get like talked shit about or whatever, or things didn't go my way. That used to get under my skin. Now I don't care about outcomes anymore. I just enjoy the moment. I live in the now.
You're growing older.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. I'm more like I don't.
Well, as you get older, you care less about small. Well, it depends.
Yeah,
because like I said, I'm angry.
Yeah, there's some old people who never let shit go.
No, they get so old though, then they just get angry.
Yeah,
that's like you have that sweet spot where you just you grow into it, and you're just like, all right, life's life, and then you get old, and you're like, oh, this fucking generation.
Yeah, I think my grandpa was like that.
Maybe
he finally let go, but he had to go into his 80s.
Yeah, fuck, bread ain't 20 cents.
Yeah.
I think it's a maturity thing. I think when I was under 25.
Under 25 is a big thing, right?
25 is a big age.
It's under 25.
Actually, I feel like when I first met you, you were really happy-go-lucky.
Well, I was 22 at that time, 22ish.
Yeah, you don't give a shit.
No, I was.
You were totally fresh-faced. We did all kinds of cool stuff with you. Right. We went down stairs and stuff, and jumped on my air mattress. And
no, I was naive. I was just not open. Like I did not know about things. Like I mean, I think at 22.
Remember when we dragged you from a car? we did a stunt for your video and we dragged you from a moving car.
I was down for that.
It was really funny because when you did it, it was like you were like, let's do this, but you did it, but you could see like the terror in your eyes. It was like it was funny. Yeah. That was funny about it. Versus like if you were doing the stunt and you were totally in control, it wouldn't have been fun.
That's another thing. I used to do stupid shit without thinking about the consequences. Like if I get dragged by a car, I could die. Whereas now I'm like, let's not go down that path. Let's protect this vessel. But yeah, it's a maturity thing. I think after, you know what it is. After I crossed over that 25 barrier, I started getting a little bit more.
Me too.
I started getting a little bit more wise. I think 20. I think and you know what? Maybe as you get older, there's certain markers that where it's like, okay, you know what? At 25,
I have something.
Yeah.
So let's say you're in your older than you, right? So and it's not me, but I'm just saying. So let's say this is an incident,
yes,
and it goes with mentality, possibly even feelings towards another human being. Okay. So I heard a story where a guy and his girlfriend are just waiting for a bus.
Okay.
They're there, right? And the girl's wearing a dress. And they've been drinking, whatever. And the guy, and they've been together about let's say 8 months.
Okay.
9 months, whatever. And the guy just fucking lifts her dress up. And she's a good-looking chick. Okay. Lifts her dress up, so all these other people at the bus stop, guys, girls, whoever, just randoms, can see her ass, right? Yeah. Now, what do you think of that situation?
Is this guy?
They're together.
They're together.
They're together. This is the.
How old are they again? They're young.
Okay, so the guy, let's say 35, 36 years old.
Right. Okay.
Girl, 24.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is this backstory? Met on Tinder.
Right.
So now, what do you think? Is this an appropriate?
It comes.
This is the story. So what do you think about it?
It comes down to the comfortability and the what the couples are like. Listen, there are couples out there who won't even make out in public. They won't even they're gonna barely touch hands, and then there's other couples that are gonna straight up bang in the streets. So depending on how comfortable this couple is,
would you do that?
Personally, no, because I don't personally no, because I wouldn't want depending on how she felt if she's gonna get embarrassed by this, I'm not gonna do that because that makes her thing. Now let's just say she's a kinky bitch and she's into public displays of affection or whatever, and she likes being showed off to the world. Maybe I'll flip her skirt once in a while because she's into that shit.
If she's into
it comes down to if your partner's into that shit, all right. You got to know the rules.
What do you think there, Kirk?
Yeah, I guess if it's a mutual understanding, they're oh, this is sort of the way we act or something, or they're both adventurous sort of people. Okay. But I think it's.
What if I say she didn't this? She's not into that.
I would say it's not cool.
Then you fucked up. Yeah.
I'd say it's not cool. It's in this kind of day and age, you should really
Did this guy get slapped?
I feel for the most part, it's girls don't like that kind of shit in public. So.
Well, what do you think that means?
For who?
For them to do that, as the guy did to the girl, or what?
Immaturity on his end.
Well, I think it's kind of
do you think he cares about her?
No, it's he's objectifying her in public.
No, I think it has nothing to do with care. He can straight up love. No, he can straight up love and care about this girl.
He's treating her like an object at that point. He's look at see what I have to the world, basically.
Yeah,
and think about he's
not thinking of her as a person. He's thinking of her as hey everyone, this is the piece of ass I'm fucking right now.
Yeah, but it's for instance, if let's say between us, if I ended up having a hot girlfriend, big titties, and I send you guys. So
this is a big if, right?
Yeah, it's a big okay, whatever. But let's say I send you guys a pic of me and this new girl or whatever, and I'm like, yo guys, check out her knockers or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen those Subway ads though? You shouldn't. It says don't sex to your friends. You get some naked pictures of your lady or whatever. You shouldn't send that to your bros. You're I want to see some of those titties. But then I should never ask for that, and you should never send them to me.
Okay, fine.
I think that's different, though.
As a responsible,
I'm just saying that's what I've seen on the subway, and I've never actually passed along a sext before to somebody else. I'm pretty good at never done that. So
yeah, no, that's a smart move.
And like also like I've deleted them eventually because I'm like I don't want to have her think of like someone thinking like, especially like I don't think I would be someone who would be like a revenge person, but just like when the one girl I was with, she was like. Send me pictures. She's like, oh, you're gonna like delete those later, right? I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could. And then like a week later, I was like, yeah, I have no real purpose of these anymore. So they're just like they're things I've seen them in person better. So I'm like, I don't really need to keep these on file.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, and of course, like I mean, I'm someone who's gonna put them on the internet. But I was just like, and in response to like being nice, I was like, I got rid of them.
To go back to your thing, I don't think it has anything to do. It's not an age thing because I've talked to older couples.
Well, I'm in around that age, and I wouldn't do that. Like, I mean, so maybe I would, but of course, it wouldn't be with somebody who I would like. First of all,
so if me and Kevin are there, we would. Maybe
well, I mean, if I'm dating somebody for that long, I'm gonna know whether or not they're cool with this behavior.
Fair enough.
And like, at that point, like, I'm really kind of saying something, right? Like, I'm kind of saying like. This is basically like, isn't that showing like basically the only reason I'm here is because of what I'm like that? That's why I did that. You know what I mean? Like, why else would I do it?
I don't
like. Do I really give a shit about the person?
But listen, there's a way to flaunt your girlfriend around and still care about
lifting their dress up in front of public. When like it's your girlfriend, it's not just a chick you're dating.
Yeah, it's your actual girlfriend.
Like you don't think she's gonna have. If she's not gonna be cool with it, she's gonna have a fucking problem with it. Like, but you don't care.
What if you're dating a porn star?
You're not. That's not a porn star. So that's what I mean. Is that you would know then she would be open to whatever.
Right. So I think for you. So what you're saying is the act completely condemnable, or are you saying that in general it depends on the situation?
The guy.
Should she leave the guy?
Like, what should be the reaction then? What do you think? What should be the nothing? Like, continue. Continue like nothing happened.
I'd hope she get upset about it and just kind of set like a boundary with the dude if it was something like you didn't see coming. Yeah, it's gotta be like. Yeah, like she's like, you can touch my ass, but not like in front of all these people and flip my skirt.
But is that the day? Like, we're in that day and age where we got to set a boundary now. Be like, please do not expose my fucking ass to the public.
Well, it's like you think the guy who's like 36 would know better. Like,
but that's my point.
So it's like if it happens, and it's like I feel like the girl is like, if they really just started dating, it's like, well, they're like, well, I didn't think you were this big of an asshole or an idiot, but like, so you're only at home.
But when you start creeping up to a year and like the guy's doing that, like that's fucking weird, right?
Oh yeah, it's weird.
I just think it depends on the girl. The girl's into that.
She's not.
Oh, so but has she stated this before?
How often do you see that in
public? Probably not public PDA person. So you know what I mean?
Well, then the guy should have known this beforehand. But like, let's say.
So okay, what is what would be your ruling, Judge Kevin? If you had to rule on it, like these people came into your courthouse,
okay,
and there is now a dispute.
There's a dispute, so it comes down to, was the girl comfortable with this move? If not, then he is in the wrong. If she is, he is not in the wrong. At the end, this comes down to the victim was the girl. She got her skirt shown or whatever, and it comes down to whether the girl or not finds that acceptable or not. It's not the people outside. The people. Listen,
should she bounce?
I've seen couples do weird shit on the streets.
Kirk says set boundaries.
It's her call. I think if it's like a first offense, like maybe the first time he was like feeling frisky that day and wasn't thinking clearly, and then all of a sudden pulled the skirt.
So you giving him a pass?
I'm putting the ball in her court. She makes the call. She could decide like, oh, you know what, that one time.
Okay, let's say it was you. What do you expect the repercussion to be?
So let's say I had a girl and I flipped her skirt and she felt embarrassed and shit. Then
it's your girlfriend.
Yeah. So then I would fucking apologize and fucking probably do the sorries and shit. But
would it be unexpected, or would you expect that the possibility of a breakup could be there?
Personally, if it was a chick that I knew and I liked, and I saw potential, whatever, like an actual girlfriend, if we broke over this shit, she wouldn't last longer, because we'd get into more shit.
So You're saying that it should be acceptable for you then to be able to expose her bare ass to the public.
I'm just saying,
and not have her leave you.
I'm saying if you're gonna stick around with this,
I don't know about that, Kevin.
If you're gonna stick around with this,
what you just said,
yeah. I don't understand like what the issue is.
I think the problem is like in modern day relationships, it's like it's sort of like taking power over the other person. And the whole thing, I think a lot of women don't like the public displays of affection. And that goes well beyond that. Like showing your ass, that's like fucking embarrassing for most women. I feel like 98% of women wouldn't want
they like to show it off, but they don't want to just fucking lift it up.
No, yeah, in public. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like like a high percentage of women would not be into that. And it'd be embarrassing for them. Even if you're a fucking like stripper, you wouldn't want someone just to show your ass in public. Because you're like, that's not who I am as a person still, you know?
Yeah, but it's...
So I'm just saying, I feel like it's... the whole thing is it like I don't know.
It's their body.
I'm saying it's like not their choice that someone flipped their skirt up though. It's not them doing it on their own will.
Say that there could be a breakup like, there or no?
Sure, but I'm just thinking like it's like the whole idea now in relationships. Like there's like even if you're dating, there's still like the possibility that like you have to be very like idealistic about what the other person wants. You have to listen and respond appropriately. That's basically how it's working now. You can't go into like typical norms where like I do what I want because I'm the man and then she does what I want. You gotta be like both know what you like and what you're into.
Kevin's face.
I don't believe this is so fucking old school mentality. I don't believe in these rules.
What rules that I'm saying or whatever?
Like yeah, you're putting in stipulations on you both go in there to like fuck the shit out of each other and fucking.
No, I'm saying the norm now is that everyone's equal. So like you're equal. So basically, I'm saying you're objectifying the other person by doing that.
And she should objectify me.
Yeah, sure. What about your cock then? Whip it out.
if she did that in public,
no, not here.
Not here.
Yeah,
maybe later.
Okay, fine. So I'm gonna turn it around on you.
Yeah,
you're dating a girl.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. We're not talking about age, but you're dating a girl. All of a sudden, she fucking
she pulls my junk out at the bus stop.
No, she just pulls your pants down and you're in your underwear. At the bus stop.
I think it's a little different.
Oh, okay. Why? Why is it different now?
Because it's different, man.
Oh, so this is a gender issue.
It could be.
This is a gender issue.
But should we be doing it in order? Like, what would be the point of it? Like, I mean, I'm wearing pants and boxers, right? So, like, it's a little bit different than, you know what I mean, a girl who's probably not wearing boxers and probably wearing something else under her skirt.
Like a lot of girls wear like
if anything,
and stuff.
Yeah,
so like their butt, like they're gonna see their whole butt.
Yeah, so there's no, you're gonna see everything.
Okay, fine. So let's take it up a notch. Straight up the pants, you full exposure.
I don't know, man. Like if maybe I'm gonna be embarrassed by it, but I'm a guy, so it's different.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like,
you know the junk we're working with, right?
But
no one really wants to see a dick in public.
Because I might say. Like, I might even question and be like, the fuck is wrong with her? Like, maybe there's something wrong with her. Like,
what if
I don't know
she's
why
like,
she would do that.
Because, like, he's doing,
like,
the guy's doing
I'm thinking I need to get out because I'm like, why would she do that? She's fucked.
Yeah, the guy's basically doing because he's like it's a sexual thing. He's like, look at that hot ass.
He's doing it definitely as a sexual.
But like if the girl does it, she probably is like, well, I hope
as a joke.
She said a joke because his dick's gonna go out, and they're like, I hope there's not kids nearby. This guy's gonna be a fucking sexual predator now. you get registered because if you're naked in front of anybody now that you're a dick
that would just be embarrassing.
Like, someone's like, oh, he did it on purpose, and then they're like, oh, now you're in like the sexual registration for sex offenders.
We're talking like late at night, after a bar, not noon in front of a daycare.
No, I'm just saying in general, no one wants to see a dick, no matter what. It's like
some women, I think
some women, but like they want to see it hard, ready to go. They don't want to see the flaccid little guy out there. They want to. I don't know.
All right.
I think it is different though. I think especially.
What about?
Who's on? Okay, Khalid, you're the tiebreaker. Who's on team Lady Butt?
How's there a tiebreaker? You're making it 4 people.
No, I'm just
it's either 2-1 now,
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
It's either 2-1.
No, I just find it interesting that because of the gender switch, all of a sudden it's thing. But like, what if there's couples out there that prank each other? Like you've seen them on Instagram, you've seen them on YouTube. They're prank.
Yeah, but
couples.
You're talking about people that do that. They're expecting it, and they'll be like, "Oh fuck."
What if you and your partner just have the same type of humor?
That's different.
And fucking your pants in each other.
No, but that's not this scenario. Okay. If that's the case, sure, fuck, for whatever. That's cool.
I think in this scenario, he's like the guy's like sexualizing and he's yanking her skirt because that's like it's like look at that fucking ass.
It's just a bad decision.
Yeah, it's just dumb, right? It's like not something like it's like like that's something like
I heard it. I felt bad.
That's something I did to like girls when I was in grade 2. You pull up their skirt or whatever, you grab them or something, right?
Well, you also like fucking whip sand in her face. Is that what he's gonna do next?
Or when you're great,
he's just gonna pick up a pile of dirt and just whip it into her face because he likes her.
Do you guys remember when like girls all of a sudden had bras?
Push her off the road.
And you pull their bra straps or whatever, snap them.
They had cotton balls in there.
No. There was some girls.
No, yeah, you snapped their bras.
Yeah, you snapped the bra straps. It's all that kind of shit. That's like really just saying it's juvenile kind of like shit that like now people like get in like actually real trouble for that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. You know what? I mean, I'll admit the whole touching and like I mean, when I was in early grade school, I was doing shit that like today could have gotten me into fucking trouble, fucking purple nurpling, all types of genders.
Tell us more.
No, just
I'm just kidding.
Just shit, man. Shit that I would have like I don't know.
You're playing too much Dr. Homoki at recess or what?
Type of gender.
Huh?
So you're going around and grabbing a random woman's nipples.
It was another girl. It was like this was elementary school.
You did that.
It was a dare.
So you went to a girl. And
they were like, no, because there was this girl who what do you call it? She was flat chested, and literally a week later,
that's nice.
She ended up well, this was like grade school, and then she ended up having like fucking little bumps, right? And then like they were like, hey man, I dare you to go touch her bumps.
Any bitty titties?
When I'm dared, I will go. So I went. I did a little squeeze and cotton balls. But
I hear you.
But that like if I did that shit today,
in high school,
especially if it was a little girl too, you probably couldn't do that.
No. Hold on, we were the same age.
I'm saying you say if I could do that now.
No. If I did, okay, that's so definitely.
Unless you can find a girl who's over 18 with very small boobs, you can probably Like
I get it. Like I can see because girls that I knew growing up, even pretty old, like they would do it to me, just out or whatever, and maybe they had a couple beers, or maybe we were younger, or maybe they were stoned, and then I'd be like, stop it.
Oh, maybe that's the reason why
all of a sudden I got no other recourse. I'll be like, if you do it again, I'm going to do it back. Yeah. Like I'm giving them the warning, and then they do it again, and now I'm doing it back. Maybe but at that point, I'm confused on whether or not rules of engagement. Yeah, this is rules of engagement. I think we're now flirting with each other. I think this is like part of the dance.
It's like, you touch my dick, I'm gonna have to touch your.
It's one of those things where it's like girl walks up and she's like, "You want a ball massage?" You'd be like, "I think this is. I think she's flirting with me here."
Yeah, that's probably why my sister didn't like me because I was a chubby boy, so I had boobs before she did. I developed earlier. She was like, "Oh, what the fuck's this?" Right. I didn't get a training bra though. I just had to wear black t-shirts.
Oh man!
And then in gym class, it's skins versus shirts.
Yeah. There's that.
So so that was one thing.
That was a weird. That was a weird day.
Got anything else that's interesting that people might actually give a fuck about out there because people are fucked.
Yeah.
Got anything fucked up for people because people are nuts
to talk about.
What do you mean?
I got like problems.
Yeah. What kind of problems do you people have, man?
Yeah.
Khalid, you
want to take a call? Let's take a call from a listener.
Yeah.
His listener, he's a local man. His name is Khalid. We'll take a. What's that?
Khalid, what's the biggest problem in your life as a man under 25?
Weed's still not legal.
Oh.
How does this affect you in your everyday life, though?
What?
How does this affect you in your everyday life without the legality of weed?
Oh, not very much.
It doesn't affect you. You would just like it to be legal so you could have a good time. Right. Are you gonna miss out? Legal. Are you gonna miss out on like it being not dangerous anymore? It'll be normal as soon as it's legal. You don't care. You still love weed no matter what, correct?
Yeah.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Khalid loves weed no matter what, and weed loves him.
Way to incriminate him on the he already
this has been Khalid's Corner with Kirk, Kevin Murray.
Sorry. What were you saying? You got problems.
My problem is we were talking about porn addiction. Mine's kind of weirder. Right? We talked about this before where it's like I started using like those campsites, and now I'm like
we all remember that, yeah.
And I'm paying money. I'm paying too much money.
Yeah, you're getting deep into that fucking.
Normally it's not that much, but like I think the other night I was like after work, I'm like I made a bunch of money this weekend, working at the old.
So you're like, okay, I'm gonna spend money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for like a nice little thing tonight, and then like
make money at the sawmill. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like $120 later, I've probably put a kid through college or something. Who knows?
What did you spend $120 on?
It was a single mother who was on the thing.
How do you know she was a single mother?
That's what was in her description, but it was. I just thought she was hot though.
Great grab though. You know what I mean?
She's like,
meanwhile, her man is just like watching. He's
in
like
the corner.
the IT guy. You know?
Yeah.
No, it was I guess the problem was so it's like, you know, if you go like private with the person, they say these things, it costs more than just like watching the show thing.
Yeah.
So then I did that, but I was like asked for something off the menu. So I was like, oh, like, because she got she got her.
Like she'll make you French fries
Oh.
off the menu.
I was like,
what is this? Like,
well,
you
so
gotta order fries and like fucking.
This is what it was. It was
The
like
Uber driver's gonna drop it off.
So it's like this is like mid tier where I'm like private with them, so I'm just talking and I'm like, oh, so like she's got the toy out, and I'm like, yeah, you put that in your butt, right? I was just seeing what she would do because it says you can ask she's like, what do you want to do next, right? I'm like, oh yeah, let's put it in your butt. Why not? And then she's like, oh, you got to take me an exclusive. It's $10 a minute. That's how I went to $120.
Jesus Christ!
I'm a 10-minute man, right? So I got I got working. I got working, and I didn't realize that I was going into that much money. And then today I was like, I got the bill, so it was definitely buyer's remorse. But
just saying, there's girls out there. $10 a minute.
$10 a minute.
$10
so
that's crazy.
Yeah, I got her to stick her dildo in her butt.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Not too bad for.
So the cam jobs are really kind of taking control.
Yeah, that was the most I'd ever really spent on that, and it was kind of like, I think, like a bit of an oversight. I shouldn't have probably.
Okay, how long have you been into the cams?
About a month or two now.
Okay, and you realize you've been exponentially getting deeper and deeper, spending more and more and more.
Yeah, sometimes. I tried for a bit not to, but I feel like, it's become like a habit where like I enjoy it way more than regular porn.
Well, there's a habit and then there's addiction.
Do you think that for $120, you could just,
I was just gonna say, guys,
get some action. You probably get something from someone for $120.
Oh yeah, for sure. I could have seen an actual prostitute in the GTA area. I could have called the lady over. If I went to their place, whatever.
$120.
Sure.
Is it
you can figure that
full
out.
Woman?
Well, maybe you get like a half hour or something. That's all I need. You guys know I'm a 10-minute guy. All I need.
Yeah, but $120. It feels like that's
120 is like
100.
Well, because 120 is a half hour. I would think I could probably get for. And then
I'm thinking, like, is that half price then?
Well, half
or is
hour,
it half girl?
You get like the bottom half, hopefully, or the bottom.
No, top half is girl. That's why they leave their bottoms on, I guess, right?
Maybe. Maybe they're like I'm not. They keep delaying it. Like I'm not ready yet. Then you're like, it's been past half an hour. You owe me more now, or something. Like they're not. Like it's a massage or something.
I don't know. Like that's a very good question.
I feel like it's weird. I think like
if anybody knows, I would love to know.
Send us your links.
Send us all your price analysis.
Back pages. I want to magazine in the back, right?
I want to see some price cost analysis.
Good, but I just figure for that kind of money, like I think you could have gone and like
Yeah, I think for the same ballpark. Let's say same ballpark. I'm probably like talking about a real woman. But I told Kevin, I'm like, I feel like this is like creates a separation, and like I feel like last night, like I was like, it was really good for me. It was like it was good as like I think I've ever had with a woman, like in real life. It's because it was like I was in control and I had the separation of not having to just do all the work and shit, and like it was just like I was like completely self-care, right? It's like all about, because in this moment it's all about what Kirk wants.
So Murray, my whole idea of sex robots starting to make sense.
Well, in this room,
all I'm saying, just to break it down, this man over here, Kirk, spent $120.
I heard him
for 10 minutes.
We heard him. Yeah, I got it.
To talk to a girl on the screen. Let's say I have Let's say I have a robot. Looks like a girl, smells like a girl, does all the things like a girl.
But he could take the $120 he spent on that cam girl and actually go and give that $120 to an actual living human being.
Or because he doesn't like that connection though. The human connection.
The human connection, like, no, it's not the human connection. It's just someone I don't care about.
Yeah.
It's easier for
There you go. A robot, it provides that.
What about like a sex club? Couldn't you go to like a sex club?
No, I think why I related it to
I'm pretty sure they have nights like where they let dudes go in there.
Oh yeah, there's
because we knew somebody.
The Oasis.
I don't know the names of these places.
The one's called the Oasis.
Maybe
it's near. It's like not too far from Queen's key.
You gotta wear a mask and shit like that, right?
No, it's I looked at this club because they did a comedy show there. I was actually going to do the comedy show, but you had to be naked to do it because it was a swingers club, like on Thursdays. But normally they really limit single men.
I think that is your perfect in.
That's it.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
first of all, you're an entertainer, so people are gonna like you.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, oh, you're the comedian.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're up in there and you're having a great time with very little emotional connection.
And you should do the show completely with a hard on. Just
That's probably unavoidable at that point.
Straight up.
No, but this is like, I don't know if this show still exists, but then I looked up the
You
place.
gotta wear something.
Can I say
like, you can't just
the
be
place
there wearing nothing. You gotta wear like
no. This is that they want you. They
like a
they
vest.
they
You
prefer
gotta wear like a
They prefer you.
They prefer you like the comedians. They encourage you to be naked when you do.
No,
this
I'm
thing.
not saying okay. I get that, but I'm saying like you can't wear like a fucking like a
Construction vest.
like a wrestling vest. Like you can't wear like a vest.
I would wear
and, like maybe something like
I probably wear
chaps.
I wear
like
the cock sock probably.
some kind of weird like road leathers. Like you know what I mean?
Well,
Like
so I guess the rules of this place I looked up further because I was like, I wonder if you could just show up there, but like they kind of like are exclusive with mostly couples.
yeah,
women.
of course.
Mostly
yeah.
couples, mostly women, and there's only certain.
But I know
there's only
yeah,
certain
but I
nights that
know.
like single men can show up. on.
Yeah, because we knew a guy who used to do that stuff.
So it sounds kind of cool. Like there's like a pool, all these areas, and people like hang out and shit like that. But like, I feel like I wouldn't want to go alone as like a single dude because it would be kind of awkward.
Well, you
'Cause then
definitely
people-
don't want to go with another dude.
No. Yeah, maybe Kevin, but
No.
Okay, at that point,
No, we go in
very,
separate-
very.
we
weird.
come in together, separate
No.
directions. To
I
see
will
what
never
happens.
step foot.
And we maybe find a glory hole later. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's me. We don't know. We don't know.
And then Kirk's like, "Hey, buddy, go see if anybody's on the other side."
Oh yeah. Okay. Jesus. I would never. Would you ever actually do a glory hole?
Oh my God.
No, the thing I think with glory holes is like people don't realize is that like it's mostly a gay sex thing, right? Because it's like in a certain gender's washroom. So like yeah, most men's washrooms aren't.
Some
connected.
chicks are doing it. Some chicks are into it.
Oh sure, but it's like,
I know,
we
like
see it.
Wicked.
You see it in porn, right?
Wicked. They used to have one. I haven't been there, but I got told. Like you know what I mean? And apparently they had it. But chicks used to go. Like chicks would be like.
I think if anything's gonna be a trap in life, a glory hole is. Think about it. You're
don't
going
do
there.
it. Like if you go into a men's room
It's a trust
and like you're in a
exercise.
stall and there's a hole in it, don't put it.
Because
Don't do it. Because guess what? You're in the men's room.
Yeah.
Also don't stick your eye in there. You don't want to get an eye full of
You're in
cock.
the men's room, so you know what?
No.
It's dudes. It's
I don't
all
know, man.
dudes.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. It was like because I always thought like I
But if
I
you're
saw
at the
the porn.
swingers club,
Yeah.
I guess you could do that, right? Like you could.
Yeah, probably.
What the
It's
hell?
like
There's
it's
a girl
like
on the
there's
other
no
side?
if like the change rooms are like there's no gender like separation or just like it'd be like the stall next to me could easily be a woman or a man or whatever, right? Could be whoever you want.
Wait, you like it's like Russian roulette?
Well, yeah, it was like if everyone say
Russian roulette in there? Like-
well, imagine if you're in a place like that and everyone's just fucking anyway, everyone's naked, then like what's
Well, you could say no.
well, yeah, it's for sure. But like, imagine like if you're just like you put your thing in there and you're like, oh, like it could be there. Like they say it's a bathroom, but there's no like because it's a place everyone's naked. No one cares about your
So you're
shit.
saying, yeah, you
it could just be anybody.
You can't like get a view first.
Well, you can maybe get a view, but like get like
You
a
gotta
knock.
ask
Get
questions
like
like,
you gotta interview them. Can I hear
Are you
your
a girl?
Can I hear your voice, please, at a high register, hopefully. So.
Don't you find it amazing that like we're the only species on this earth that has things like orgy parties
That's not true.
and fucking. So what other species?
No, there's like
I know there's monkeys.
no, there's
that fuck.
seals that have like harems. Those like walruses and stuff. They're walruses. There's like those sea lions. There's like the big one. He's like they have harems and they fight for who's the top. Who's the top seal fucker, right? So the one seal gets to fuck a lot of the female seals.
Is this fucking true?
Yeah, it's true. Trust me.
Khalid, our intern, please search. What is it?
It's like the seals in the Atlantic, or like the ones with like the beards.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, the big walruses.
well, no, the seals still have.
Wouldn't the ones with the beards be gay?
But they're really aggressive though. They have like, but they're all maybe
Straight,
walruses.
straight?
I don't think they're walruses. Those are really big, but they're really aggressive. They fight each other for like the top dog. Basically, there's like the like with lions, right? How there's the look up seal harems.
A harem is according to Wikipedia, a harem is an animal group consisting of one or two males, a number of females, and their offspring. The dominant male drives off other males and maintains the unity of the group. If present, the second male is subservient to the dominant male.
Well, it's like chickens.
Sounds like somebody knew what he was talking about.
Like chickens, right? Like there's a rooster.
The dominant male mates with the females as they become sexually active and drives off competitors.
Like the king lion, the pride lion. Right?
So how the fuck do you know this?
I saw it on some show and I was like, this is weird shit. They're talking about like a walrus or a seal gangbang, basically. They're showing basically
this is as close as I'm gonna get tonight.
This is better than those cam girls for sure. Yeah.
Wow. No, I got no more money.
Yeah, this is some free David Attenborough. David Attenborough's got a sexy fucking voice too, so I'm just like into it. No.
Who the fuck is that?
That's the nature
British nature guy, man.
Like, have you ever seen Planet Earth, the narrator from Planet Earth?
I can't remember, man.
It's like the apes, they look so beautiful.
But
no, he's like the guy. I'll just fall asleep, man.
Yeah, he's pretty kind. He's dreamy voice, but no, I mean, like I think I saw it because it was. I think
so
it's kind of like
so they're doing it. So they're doing it.
The way they were filming it was like there's like this guy like the seal knee deep in other seal pussy basically, and they're all around him, and there's this big
talking about that.
Sorry, and then like you see like the guys like me and Kevin seals, they're off in the corner, they're just staring at the guy. They're plotting how to become the king of the harem. Are they going to work together? And they're like, they're the other guys.
Wow. So okay, I've been corrected. I guess we're not the only species that deals with orgies and just craziness. I don't know, like it's crazy to think that like the people that go to these orgies or go to they could be your next door neighbor.
They could be your boss.
They could be your boss. They could be
they could just be that fucking asshole corporate,
or it could be that sweet girl that you think's a virgin in the far corner.
They're going
on weekends. She's going in and getting railed by 12 guys. It's crazy. Like how like.
Well, no, yeah, you know what's funny? Actually, now that I think about it, my buddy. So I was at a stag party once.
Yeah,
and like when I smoked, and like a bunch of us would go out front of this bar we were in doing this thing.
Yeah,
and right next door, like we saw like a lot of like pretty attractive like girls showing up and going downstairs to this place with like dudes, like probably their boyfriend or whoever. And they had backpacks and shit, and like we were just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on down there. Like there's a lot of like attractive people going in there.
Yeah.
So I forgot all about this. So me and one of the girls that was at this Jack and Jill or whatever the fuck party you want to call it, for somebody who's getting married, we went down and there was a guy sitting there in a tuxedo at like a desk or like a and he was like, "Good evening," and he was very nice, and I was like, is this like a members bar or like what kind of place is this? And he said it was an adult lounge, and I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't realize at the time. Like, I mean, I kind of did, but he was like,
he couldn't say.
Women are free, men are like $50 or something. I can't remember. Right. $35, $40. I can't remember. And I'm like, damn, that's a hell of a cover charge. All right, forget it. But then I found out after, like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like a sex club, and all these like young, fair, like attractive people were going to it, and they were taking bags and shit because that's like their outfits. Like they were coming with their stuff. Like they were bringing a towel, they're bringing sex toys, they're bringing what they're gonna wear in there. And I was like, damn, right under your nose, right next door.
Do you remember hers?
This is happening. I was like, wow, interesting. No. And these people
just
Lakeshore, like normal people.
Lakeshore and Kipling.
That's where it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
We used to go to school there.
There was a bar right next door to this place.
Yeah, the Blue Lagoon.
I can't remember the name of the bar. Right. We had rented it out for the night, but
okay, probably Blue Lagoon. Cause that's what my residence at Humber was right across from there. So our friend, it was weird because like my friend Rob, he was dating
maybe not Kipling. No, I'm thinking about further east. It was like not there, like Islington or.
Yeah. We just heard this place was like a swingers club though. Like no one really knew much about it. But one night we came back, it was like from the bus, it was like midnight or later or something. And my friend Rob Ebenick, drop the name. He was coming back and his girlfriend.
He likes to use last names.
Oh, he loves that.
Well,
You'll never hear me use a last name on this podcast. I will never ever use a last name. You'll never hear it.
This isn't like an embarrassing story.
Kirk always uses the last name.
Kirk will make a lot of it.
I just want to make
if
sure
he knows it, it's coming out.
I just want to make sure Kevin knew who we were talking about.
Yes, I do know. Kirk.
So then, so his girlfriend was in our class, so she was smoking hot though. Yeah. And then like I didn't really get what this was at this time, and then they're like the bouncer was like looking at them, and I'm in the group with them, and they're like, he's like, you guys want to come in? And I'm like, yeah, what's this? And he's like, no, those two. He was like, that's the hot girl and her boyfriend. You're the weird friend. You maybe can fuck off.
I sometimes wonder if this is like more of a, like you got to be like a super attractive thing. Like, do you think like this is like the types of people that go to because I've never been one or passed one or whatever.
No, I definitely do not think that they're like exclusively populating these places. I think they're going.
They're trying to bring in like
the majority
hot
is
people,
probably like just like
average Joes.
Average Joe.
Well, there's another story.
Or do you think it's attractive women and then guys that are ugly but with deep pockets? Sex parties,
swinger clubs and shit.
I'll tell you another story that I know from somebody. I won't mention your name though. Mm-hmm. They have a deep voice and they might be on a certain television program. So he was telling me he's like a big dude, right? Yeah. And he's like he went to these places and he's like I don't mind. He's like, this place was he's like, I'm sorry the swingers club for you. He's like normally with a lady I don't mind. He's like, I don't mind. I like them to be a little bit prettier than me and a little bit smaller than me because I'm like 350 and I'm a bearded guy. And he's like, but if the lady is bigger than me and I'm the pretty one, I'm gonna have a bad night. And then that's what he got with. And some lady blew him. It was like, that's his description of her. Nice. He's like, so I was like, that's what those places are like. And he's like, yeah. It's like a lot of like out of shape fat people apparently. So,
really?
Yeah. At some point, maybe that was just Mississauga. Who knows?
Wow, that's man, you like. I thought
is this a viable business option?
Yeah,
I feel like for some people,
like, for you guys, this could be a business option.
Also, these are like clubs though. So some places like you have a membership, so it's like you're trying to like buy into it, right? So some people maybe this is how they hook up. Like they go there and people have this expectation they go in. It's like one of those like sex chats from the 90s or something where you think you're talking to hot singles, but it's probably somebody you never even want to talk to.
Huh. I don't know. That's a little weird.
So I feel like
I don't get it. But like, so I'm just saying.
But I think the place downtown sounds like it's kind of hot though.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Well, Wicked is different. Like you go there and it's like a bar, right? And then you can go upstairs. I knew a few girls that went and checked it out. I just checked it out according to them, right? Who knows what the truth is? But so like, would you go to one of those places?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna give you an option.
I don't like putting myself on public display.
But so for the money though that you're sinking into this non-committal, non-emotional, non-whatever, but very much submissive to you in your desire. You would rather continue that.
I don't really want to. I would rather just have a regular relationship. This thing I think I have with the cam thing. It's like a way. It's like controlling what you want to have and see and do, and it's like something that.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah,
and it's like I don't know. Like I think it's something like it's kind of sad in a way.
Okay.
But I'm like, I feel like it's a good release for me, and it's like what I like to do at this point because it's like regular porn has no. For me, it has no like specification that it's for me. It's just someone filmed that they thought like guys are gonna jerk off of that.
Kirk, I'm going to give you a scenario. It's a Saturday night. You have $120 in your pocket. Do you go down to this sex club and pay to get in and take your chances there? Do you go to the nearest massage parlor, get your job done over there, or do you go to the campsite?
Or do you go to the local strip bar and kick back, put your foot up, and have yourself a nice, cool, refreshing adult beverage?
Yeah,
I probably would still do the campsite because I want to be at home because for me it's like I probably would have looked at porn anyway, and this is for me like we're kind of saying. I feel like it's an extension from porn for me.
Yeah, see, I get it. See,
for me, it's like because like I would be looking at porn. If I wasn't looking at this, I'd probably look at porn. But for me, this is more exciting and interesting than porn.
Okay,
because I can chat to the lady.
Well, he's looking for
chat to the lady. You get kind of a personalized approach.
You can go to a strip bar and still leave.
Right, they say, oh, pale night. pale night. You're so hot.
It's Saturday night. Same option. You're going to the sex club. You're going to a strip club. You're going to cam jobs. Or you're just gonna go get a straight up hooker. What's your if?
There's people that listen to this podcast that 110% are gonna back me up and be like, I'm going to the strip club.
Okay.
And because they would roll with me back in the day, and like, because that's not also the like just go like, you know, if there was a big game on or whatever, just be like, all right, we're gonna go there,
right?
But it could be, you know, we're just gonna go to see the girls, but also. When you're there, the difference between me and Kirk in this is that I'm working on my skill set while I'm there. Like, you know what I mean? I'm there, I'm having a drink, I'm kicking back. You know, the girls come up and they're engaging you. They're trying to get you to take them for a dance. I'm not going to do that. But like, I'm bantering with them. I'm working them in my own way,
right.
And I'm building, you know, kind of a funny thing going on or whatever. And like I said before to you, like, it's not uncommon that they come over and sit down.
You like the social
or they send a drink over,
right.
And like now it's a different kind of night. You know, like maybe I'm not taking that stripper home or nothing. Right. You know, nothing like that's happening. But for me, that's more. That's like, you know, you're training or you're. I don't know. You're staying sharp. You're staying witty. I don't know. There's something to it. Like there's that. I like that interpersonal battle. I like that. I like, you know, having to keep my wits, you know, be fun and humorous or whatever. Just be that guy. Where I get what you're saying. There's also like, you know, you want to sit and lie on the couch.
Fall back with Murray's plans. You can't come in there. I'm coming all the time, baby.
No, you're not just whipping it out. No, you're not.
You can't come in the champagne room, they say.
And it's always weird, man. Like back in the day, some of those strip clubs when you're there and then like you get there a little late and then like they got the porno going on like the screens and you're like, huh. Well, there's like a late night hockey game going. Like I'd rather have the game on, like you know. But like I've been yelled at by strippers because I'm there and like there's a hockey game or some kind of sporting event, and you know it could be us, and we're into whatever we're talking about, and like there's like somebody on stage and they get fucking mad, and like I've been actively yelled at by strippers because they're like, "What are you fucking watching?" And I'm like, "Hey, move your head."
You know what I mean? They like the center of attention.
Well,
because
part of
you know why that is because their daddy
that's a move.
Yeah, well, yeah,
that's a move.
But that's you know, I like that environment more than the others. You know, and because I'm gonna, you know, fuck, you can spend a bit of money there, you know, on drinks, but you succeed. It's like it's a battle.
I get it. See,
yes, I could have just probably gone somewhere like to a massage parlor, and I'm sure people do that on the regular. I don't know. I've never been.
I guess my problem is like I'd rather save like the touching stuff, like in the like for me personally is like for someone I actually care about. I'd rather have a better, deeper connection with you. Whereas like the pornography, like the cam thing. Like I'd rather have sex with someone or have some sort of physical connection with somebody who I care about, who like I want to have sex with.
Well, it's not even like, okay, what if you're not gonna have sex? What if it's like a handy?
I don't know. Like I was telling this happened to me before. I was.
You know what I mean? Like you're at a bar or a club, and all of a sudden some like really attractive girl, you start meet her and you start making out with her, and all of a sudden she drags you to a fucking bathroom stall.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden it's on.
Can I divulge more information about myself? Though?
Yes.
This maybe might clear things up. Yes. You were asking me the questions before. So in October, no, it was right after Halloween. I went to like the ROM like Halloween party, and I almost hooked up with this chick there, and I was kind of like super blue balled for like a day or two, and I was like, oh man, I couldn't believe how many hot chicks were in their Halloween costumes. I really wanted to like get with somebody, so I looked up this like massage thing, right? But it turned out it was like all inclusive, right?
Happy ending is what they call it.
Not even that.
I don't know what all inclusive means.
This means like anything you want to do. If you want to have sex, you can find. Okay. So it was like whatever they say. It was like everything was available. But I didn't. I thought that was what I thought.
But you don't have to do that.
But I thought that meant happy ending. So when I get to this person's like place, it turns out like it's all set up, and I get going. But like I realized that like I realized at the start I was like I'm not really enjoying this. I was like having a hard time with it. I was like, and I just got out of there. I didn't even come. I was like, I gotta get out.
So
this
sounds like something straight out of a comedy movie.
Sure, yeah, because it was like I like women a lot. Like I'm saying normally this is the first time I ever had sex for money. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So for me it was like
But
normally
I think it's a little different. Like I mean,
would you? Maybe I was nervous.
The money
was like what?
I think I'd rather be paid the money.
It was just like I wasn't gonna come. I was like 15 minutes in, and I'm like I'm not gonna come.
Maybe it was.
And I'm feeling weird, and I'm like I just didn't like it, and I was like normally I have like the build up to like why I'm fucking this
Maybe
person.
your dick had like a bit of standards. It was kind of like this is the first time I had to pay for it.
How did the girl look? Was it a girl?
Yeah, definitely.
No, I mean like was how like
I
were
mean,
they
she
older?
used to be a guy,
Like, yeah, was it? Well, that's what I'm saying.
No,
like,
it was a
See,
woman.
how do you know?
It was a woman.
Like, but how do you know it's not like a post-op? Like,
Yeah.
used to be a dude.
Well, I feel like this vagina looked like it was definitely
His vagina.
no, this vagina. This vagina, man. Come on. So I'm saying, I don't know what I'm saying about this, but I'm just saying for me that was like I think like otherwise I was ready to go, but what was weird about it was like it did still give me some.
How old were they?
She was like my age, like 30 something, maybe 32, 33.
Okay.
I assume like mid 30s, and it was all okay. It was just like I just felt like.
Did they have any pictures?
I don't have a
Did
picture.
you notice?
Of the,
No. Like,
oh, no, this is the thing though, is that their pictures were a little bit like of a younger, hotter Asian girl.
but what? Oh, of course, Asian. What? Like, where did you go? Was it a studio or
No, it was
was it
like
like somebody's house?
It was like a place, yeah.
Okay.
Like a place or like their place?
Yeah, it was like an apartment or something like that.
So like when you got there,
It was all, like,
did you
set up.
notice any? No, okay. So
Oh, it was all set up like the where I.
Like you didn't see like a family photo or like a
or her kids eating in the
a
background.
graduation photo of like a guy.
a
A lot of pictures of like a younger man.
No, I
And
didn't
now
see
there's
that.
like no pictures of an older woman. Or you're like, what has happened here?
No, yeah,
Well, how come
it
there's
was
no
all
pictures
it
of
was
this
all kind of
person?
set up for whatever they were doing, like when they're running out of their apartment.
So you went and then you decided when you were there. Did you pay them anything?
yeah, I paid them. It was like
How much?
About $100.
Huh.
So it was like. For me, I just thought it was at first. I was like, "Oh, let's see if it's a massage or not." And then when I asked, I was like, "So, like,
Listen.
you guys?" I was like, "So, what do you mean?" I asked her, like, "What do you mean by like?"
But just because it's an all-you-can-eat buffet doesn't mean you have to eat all the food.
I was like, but I'm telling you,
You
I
can
was
just have
I
dessert.
felt from how I felt the other night, where I'm like, I gotta get laid. So I just knew at that point, like, I hadn't like had a in my like I. Yeah, my previous girlfriend, we broke up. Been almost been a year at that point from Sarnia, right? So I was like, hadn't been with the girl since then. I was kind of like,
right into
I was,
what we were talking about.
so I was like, I was into the spot where like I just needed I thought I needed the physical contact, but it turned out like, but it ended up with the weird thing. Maybe it's we were saying about like the porn thing is maybe like it put me in a weird spot where like I had the energy. Because basically when I went home and I came like crazy. Because I had this still feeling of like I was like fucking, but like. I was like, maybe I'm in a point where like I jerk off way too much, or like maybe I'm the best at what I do for myself. You know, like I know what I like the best, and it's like, sorry.
Do you agree with that?
Maybe think so. I was feeling like maybe that's like maybe it's like whatever I do to charge myself up. It's hard to explain that to a woman. 'Cause I was trying to tell her what I liked and stuff, and I felt like this isn't connecting how I would like to. Yeah. And like, I also don't have like
I just can't wrap my head around that you paid $100 to a chick. Okay, she's a chick. In my head, I'm gonna say she's a chick.
Yeah.
So,
man, this is harmful to my reputation right now.
And I'm just fucking with you, dude. So, and then left.
Yeah.
Like even like at that point, most guys would just be like, okay, you know what? Just
it was just like
use your hand, make it fast, and I'm out of here.
How did she feel? She must have been either been like
What the fuck?
satisfied or like kind of like
Well, she got her money,
At least
so-
I didn't have to get cleaned up. You know.
Well, I had a condom on, so it wasn't like it was like blowing or anything. But
Apparently, it's quite common though. I read an article from an escort where she's like, a lot of dudes like just they can't even get it up like, for whatever reason, like that environment or stage fright or whatever. First time, like the whole novelty of it, and she's like. They try, I get paid, they apologize, they leave, and
Well,
she's like,
at
I
first
feel bad for them. She's like, but I made my money.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, I was kind
so
of.
you were one of those guys.
No, I wasn't like I was soft. I got hard, but I was just like, it just felt weird.
And
just,
then,
like I didn't.
I don't need the
I didn't
play by play.
You're saying no pun intended, guys. I didn't come through.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Well, okay, so that.
But then it was fun.
Right.
Technically, I was like, I had a kind of a good time with it. I was thinking like, wow, this is taking me a long time. and like I'm like,
did you take an Uber?
No, I think I took the subway or something. Should have taken it. I should have treated myself.
On the way back, I would have taken an Uber. After that, it's like I'm not sitting next to the public.
Huh.
Yeah.
What about you, Kevin?
I think I might have walked.
I have never, up to this point.
So now we know him. Yeah, like, we know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I've never had to pay.
What hole are you on to attend?
I've never had to pay or felt like. I've been to strip clubs and I've gotten played there. We just
talked about that.
I've lost money there, but I've never actually had to pay for sex or.
It's not about that.
Yeah, but
if
I've never had.
Wanted to get action.
Yeah.
What, like, let's say like fuck, I got some money to burn.
Yeah.
Like, this came up because of his cam job obsession.
Right.
Is obsession the right word, Kirk?
I personally
couldn't. Using the word wrong. What would we call it? What should we label?
Well, it's not my job to be on the campsite. It's like a cam girls.
I'm saying is it like a fixation or like a obsession?
I think it's like I already like porn, but this is like for me better than porn.
So it's the next
better
level.
than regular porn. So it's like a heightened version of porn for me because there's a bit like a bit more what's the word, customization.
See.
So it's like if someone's like talking to you or like you feel I don't know, I feel like it's a bit like also it's like it's right in front of you, so it's a bit more like I don't know.
See, I like porn
in real time.
Like live.
I like porn, but since porn came out on the internet, I have not paid a dime for porn. I've gone to back sites. I've gone to fucking. I just don't feel the need to pay for something.
He did the cam job, so he dropped money. So that's the difference. Is you're not going to do that.
No.
However, to actively take money, like let's say you go to a strip club and you get played at a strip club, so you're like, well, fuck the strip club.
Yeah, I'm scratching.
What's your other option?
Good old
massage parlor.
Good old fashioned porn, man.
So you wouldn't go to a massage?
Nah, yank one out.
I feel like you should pay for porn once in a while though.
No,
I'm saying you personally, you should give back.
No.
It's like you're one of those rich billionaires who doesn't pay taxes. You're like Donald Trump. He's like, I don't fucking pay taxes.
Once in a while, you should drop $1,000 somewhere
down a well or something. He's like, here you go, whores.
No, don't get me wrong. I think what the industry does.
You have nobody hour. How many hours have you?
I think what the industry does, fills a gap. There's a market out there of guys that need it. Like. Whatever.
What did you just say?
Saying like it's
there's a gap.
But would you say that?
But I mean, like, if everybody stopped paying for it, it's like voting. If no one voted, then you can't complain about an election. So if all of a sudden, like all the porn now,
they need to rally up, kind of like.
So what happens if like all the guys who are paying for porn, they don't want the porn you like anymore? They're like, you want this porn. What are you going to do about that? You're going to start paying for porn? So
it's going to force me to, I guess, stop watching.
Well, look, legitimate movies are really, and like TV shows are really trying to crack down on piracy,
right?
And like illegal streaming and viewing, like, you know what I mean,
right?
But porn doesn't really, like, it's just kind of fucking out there, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody's actively trying to shut it down. Even the people who make the content, like, they are trying to keep their content right, on their sites, but realistically, it's hard for them, right? Like, it's like there's no spearheaded group.
Yeah, a lot of those sites like Pornhub and those bigger porn sites, they're owned like in conglomerate with like other like the paid sites.
Like I think like the fucking federal, like they
try to like basically
CIA or somebody or the FBI was investigating illegal movie piracy and like that shit. But like, no, are they doing that for adult videos?
No,
I doubt it.
Well, I'm saying like porn, basically like the companies that like run Pornhub, they all like are like part owners of that as well. So they try to funnel you into the paid stuff eventually.
No, I'm sure
that's the difference between like TV and stuff where it's like either free, but like where Pornhub is like that sort of thing. It's like gray area, right? Because it's like here's a video and it's trying to get you to like go eventually if you like it to the sites and you offer like kind of like a little bit more extended trial stuff. I feel, but there's still some sites like where it's the Wild West where you probably could find stuff wherever you go. But like,
I know sites where you can get full shit.
Oh, there it is, Kevin.
I know stuff.
He knows the stuff. But I'm saying like. But some of those sites, they get like basically the same thing with like movies and stuff, or like YouTube you'd have like there's copyright strikes so we get taken down. So
getting back to what we were talking about, because that led kind of in like, are we talking more about that? Like, are we moving past it? What do you want to do? Because that kind of led into like, would you say that your situation like what you're doing, like, you know, paying money to cam women, and apparently having an epic night at a massage thing.
It was actually an afternoon. I did it at 11 a.m.
Well, like, that's a morning. That's a waking baby.
Yeah, but by the time I got there, it was about after. Yeah, probably. Okay. I made a decision. I'm like, 11? Yeah, I'm going to do this. So I went and did it. I was just like, I was kind of really unsure about it. And then that's probably why I was even kind of nervous and felt it was kind of like weird going in, because I never done that before. I was like, I don't know. I just kind of want to get my, you know.
Did you have breakfast first?
I assume I did, you know me, guys.
Yeah. Okay. I
think what we're trying to get to is that the actions you're taking now.
Mm-hmm.
These are actions of a single man.
Oh yeah, no, I get
like Murray. You ain't pulling this shit, right?
No,
right? But the reasons why you're doing it. And listen, I look
but
at.
But no, I'm different. Even when I was single, though, like you know, my options, like what I would do would be different. But I like fuck if I'm older, you know, like who knows what I'm capable of.
I guess for me, this is something that like I never really thought I would do. I was always against the idea of like paying for sex. So this to me was like,
and at no point did I contemplate sticking my dick in a hole in a wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. That just hasn't come up yet. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the hole.
That's where we're different.
Maybe that's the thing.
It's like you're in a movie character, and he's like, "That's when I saw the hole in the wall, and that changed everything."
Right, my whole life,
the whole life inside that hole.
No,
that was when I met my first husband.
That's horrible.
What I'm saying is, Kirk, you've gone down this path because the current other options are not available to you right now.
I guess, yeah, maybe. No,
if you had a girlfriend, would you be going to a massage parlor?
He's like, nope.
Well, I guess the thing was that, like, I didn't obviously move like with a
of course he wouldn't.
So I didn't have a girlfriend when I first moved here, and I didn't really know anybody. Like, it's been a while since I've been in Toronto, so I feel like, and like I said, I struck out like the night before.
Okay, so fair enough. So,
or at least maybe 2 nights before.
Would you say that you going to these parlors and doing these camp stuff and doing all this stuff is in response to being single?
Yeah, the first thing for sure is something I wouldn't pull that shit if I was in a relationship.
Right.
So the first thing, because I find the first thing, it started as like,
would you say
I had hoped this will end good for me, but if it's just a massage, I was gonna be cool.
Would you?
Would you say that this is like a coping mechanism?
I don't know. Because the cam thing too is like, I think like for a long time you see those with like a pop-up windows and shit, and you just close it. You're like, why would I want to do that?
Right.
And it's something until I really realized what it was like. I was like, oh, I like this. And then I think at a certain point, I just justified it. Like, it's like you stop because at first you're like, wow, I spent like $50 or something, and you're like, that's fucking shit, man. I never want to do that again. And then you're just like, you do it again. You're just totally put in the back of your head. It's just like going out for a night where you're just like, you want to hook up with a chick. You're like, you'll just go the extra. You just put shit at your head. You're like, I want to get this done. Who cares? You know, my car's parked like a town away. Fuck it, I'm going for it. You know. And I feel like it's
hang on, going for what?
Going to get laid. You know. If you're trying to get like
but like,
but I'm saying for me, it's like I'm putting
chloroform and rope, or
no. Now you're taking me.
Fuck it, I'm going for it.
No, so you're taking a chick out, and she's like, maybe you taking a clubs. You're just. I'm just doing what she wants to do because I want to.
Car.
No, but it's saying like your car is parked somewhere, and you're like, I got to come back there tomorrow or something, or like it's.
Okay.
That's what I sort of meant.
I got thrown off. But would you say so? Like, because we were talking coming off Nuke the Hard.
Yeah.
Which anybody that comes out of anything, is going to need to take a minute, right? Which, unless you're a monkey brancher, right? Those fucking monkey branchers. But the thing is that, like, it's like a coping mechanism, right? So, like, I heard a long time ago, maybe I've said it before, that, have I ever said this, where and I believe it's pretty good, is that if you, for every year you're in a relationship, right, for every year, and it can fluctuate, but like, I agree that it should be a month to a month and a half per year that you remain single, like, you know what I mean, without, and I'm not saying you can't like screw around or date or see people. I'm saying relationship. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were in a relationship and you break up with the girl or whatever, if it's mutual, then neither of you should be fucking with anybody or dating like the next person for, you know, if it's 4 years, then 4 months.
Right.
You know? And then after that, you can engage. Go, Khalid has something to say.
Yeah, Khalid.
What if you're not dating? You're just fucking.
The Kevin Hamoki story.
Well, that's different.
No. I think what you're trying to say is, okay, I think the whole time frame. Yes, you do need time off, but everybody rolls in different fucking. Some people just they can recover.
No, but I
faster.
don't think mentally they're 4 years.
They're just saying, but they're just saying,
right?
They're just saying, right?
Like even 4 years of high school career now.
Fine.
That's a long time, man. So like even fucking going off to university and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
but
like,
have you ever
that big change?
But have you ever heard of the saying, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody?
Absolutely. I'm not saying you don't do that. I'm saying absolutely. Right. I encourage people that's what they should do. I'm saying relationship.
Okay.
I'm not saying you don't go out and like have fun and like Khalid or I don't know what you were saying. You were saying for what?
He just says just fucking, but
just fuck, everybody gonna fuck now.
Yeah, recreational banging.
No, I
think there's no emotions involved, then it doesn't matter. Right. Then it wouldn't matter.
Okay, so you know what? Let's get to the main part of it. What is your suggestion for if you just broke up? You're a fucking dude. Let's just for the advice of the guys. You just broke up. What's your best move to get over? To get into the to get the eye of the tiger back.
Well, that's
what's
the well, it depends, but
what's the advice? What is your personal move? What's your?
Well, I think people drink.
Okay,
I think people
drinking is your option.
I don't know. I think when you're ready to like re-engage the opposite sex, like depending on whether somebody broke up with you or if you like just came out of something mutually or whatever.
Right.
I think you should take time and like it's nice to be able to like if you're just getting out of a relationship, there's things you need to rediscover, like hanging out with your friends.
Okay.
Maybe you used to like to do stuff, and then because you're always tied up in a relationship, you got to rediscover that. Be like, what? I used to like fucking golfing every now and then. I got to do that. Yeah. I used to like doing this or that, and then just kind of doing what you used to like,
right?
And just seeing if you still like those things, especially if it was like a 4-year relationship, right?
I think the first step is
then get out there, and then when you're ready, go out and then start engaging.
Right. I'm going to give you
wingmanning a couple guys, group zone action at a bar. Talking to a couple girls, obviously go to the strip club.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the steps that I've personally used. That I think the first step is day one after the breakup is
day one.
Let's say after day one, but the first step is the whole contact.
Order a pizza.
You can order a pizza.
But don't get out of
no. Here's the thing I've noticed. A lot of people fucking they can break up, but then the breakup lasts for about a year of hit and miss contact and all that shit and phone tag and blah 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 blah. But you need to cut the contact. That's step one. Get the contact out of the way. You ain't talking anymore.
This is a recovery process.
I'm going through the recovery process.
Right. So maybe there's people who are like, how would you handle
it?
They're like,
step one, cut the contact. Step two, start fucking self-analysis. Right? Like obviously shit went down south on both ends. Start fucking analyzing that shit because you're gonna pick up maybe things you didn't realize were red flags are now coming up as red flags, and you're like, fucking you get a fifth epiphanies.
Don't analyze anything.
My one friend Catherine,
you gotta learn from your mistakes, man.
My one friend Catherine told me something good once. She said because I was always kind of hard on myself and I was going through something, and she said you just you should try to just love yourself. That's like a simple thing to do. It's like a way to
That's an easy way to say that, or that's an easy thing to say to somebody, and to think about it and be like, I'll love myself.
I think
it's because for me, once you're
somebody ahead of you, you go, okay, I'm in a relationship.
I think it's just caring for yourself because it's I think people take stuff so hard, and it's it's good to that's a way to heal yourself. It's just reconnect. So then you know if you love yourself and you're comfortable with yourself, then you're that much easier to be around.
Yeah, I know, and people have told me this. Spiritual people I know that's what they're into. And
you gotta doing that?
Love yourself and your aura. And I'm like, stop with the mumbo jumbo. Yeah. You know what I mean? This makes no fucking sense.
Well, for a guy, that basically just comes down to confidence.
There's some truth there. There's some truth there.
No,
maybe it's unhealthy. Maybe what you're in was unhealthy. So
for me, I don't believe in the whole. Hold on. I don't believe in the whole. I think the love yourself is more of maybe a girl's thing. For guys, I think it's invest in yourself. Fucking start fucking putting money into, or putting time into yourself.
About that before, but
you need to become better.
I mean, kind of. I think it's like it's an overall.
No. Necessarily.
No. You need to become better.
I'm just saying it's an overall concept. You're saying you're not good enough right now. Loving yourself is realizing that you like the good things about yourself currently.
Maybe you were dating.
But you got to be better. You got to be better.
Maybe you were dating a whore.
Self-improvement's
then you got to be better to know not to date a whore.
No, but that doesn't mean self-improvement. That's just
you got to learn how to sniff up the whore. Then,
well, like I think also self-love is like reflection. So it's like giving your time in between, like you're saying, the time to be single.
Yeah.
To reconnect with yourself, figure out what.
You obviously have to like yourself.
I'm saying you have to figure out. Not even that. It's just figuring out what you want.
I wasn't saying specifically. I was just saying take that time. Yes. To realize.
That's like a good time, I think, to connect and like figure out what you want. Like, and like reflect and think like, oh, hey, this is who I am.
But you're not going to improve yourself.
I mean, sure you can. I'm just saying that's like,
but in that time you would.
You're saying that's all that matters, but saying it's not.
I'm not saying that's all that matters. I'm saying there's other things. You have to be mentally stronger.
Change in a relationship. Okay, this is the thing, man. You change in a relationship. So from day one, you start dating a girl.
Yeah.
4 years later.
Yeah.
At the end of that 4-year term,
you lost the eye of the tiger.
I'm not even going into who broke up with who or how it ended.
It's like a snake skin.
You didn't necessarily lose the eye of the tiger, but yeah, you've been a domestic cat, man. You're an inside cat.
Glazed over,
fat.
man.
You're getting fat. You're getting fed at the fucking bowl. You know what I mean? And now you got to go back outside, so you better sharpen those claws up. But I'm saying that time period is your natural, your old self is gonna start to come out. You're gonna do things you used to do. You're gonna hang out with people that you like to hang out with. Maybe you hang out with people different. Like maybe a buddy who you used to hang out with all the time with after this 4-year period, you're not hanging out with them because you're like, oh fuck, you know what? I'm different now. Maybe, and you're gonna become healthier. Like you'll be back to who you should be, armed with more knowledge because you have had a 4-year relationship which ended. However, you now know what we've talked about before about what you are going to look for and not look for. So I'm not going to get into that. But I'm just saying you need that time. Whereas in what you're saying is an immediate reaction to becoming single to say, I must be better. Better for what? Better than what? Better for what?
Than what you were before.
Look, what makes you bad before? What if it wasn't
the fact that you got into that end point, that you crashed into that wall?
What if you didn't? What if it was the other person maliciously acting like that?
Then you should have somehow sniffed it out. You should have been smarter
sometimes you
enough.
just get caught in the
crossfire. You should have been better,
right?
Sometimes,
and then you get to hate that person.
Your brain makes you do weird stuff. Sometimes you're just attracted to people, and even if they are bad for you, you don't really realize it.
But no, they could have been good. You could have been good. It could have been a wholesome relationship for fucking 3 years, 4 years, and then all of a sudden, whatever happens.
And then she's showing up at Oasis Aqua Lounge by herself.
Yeah, you come home, and all of a sudden,
she's not coming with you. She's
somebody's knocking at the door, and they're there for the gangbang. You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck.
Bunch of patchouli motherfuckers.
That doesn't mean it's your fault.
Yeah.
It means that person has actively decided to wrong you, which is on them. If anything, they're the ones who should be analyzing themselves. They no matter what,
they do their own shit.
They should go to the other side and be like, well, fuck. If they don't see a wrong in what they did, fuck them. It's not your fault. You need to just chill. If that's the scenario, right? If it's not, either way, you should chill. And then you'll become yourself again, right? And most people after time become generally happy and like fun to be around again, because the last thing you want to be around is somebody who just got out of a fucking relationship, or if they got wronged, because they're fucking depressing, right? Like, I hear that. You guys know. You guys know.
I think, I get that. I mean, the whole self. No, you definitely have to there's a bit of an ego break after a breakup. You get torn down. You start to feel like garbage, whether you dump whatever. But there's a disappointment. You obviously need to fix that part, obviously, right? Get yourself into the emotional mindset of you're better than that, you're good, you deserve, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm saying is life in general has a way of pointing out your flaws when you hit shit points.
So you're saying if a girl that you dated for 4 years, whatever, it was like, you're not what if it's a mutual breakup, I think you'd handle it pretty good. If she wronged you, You're saying that it's your fault.
There's a part. because I wasn't able to weed out some shit.
But that's not what she saw.
You know.
So like she's thinking something else. Like she doesn't give a fuck, and she.
No, but like listen, if you get dumped over or get screwed over,
how did I get tricked? Right?
Yeah.
But you didn't think that.
No, but here's the thing: if
4 years, it was good, and you weren't thinking that.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like that. So you're.
No,
it's
here's
not
the thing.
identifying the person at the beginning. How the fuck are you going to know how they're going to act 4 years later? It's maybe you can look at identifiers later on in a relationship, like. But 4 years in, you're getting comfortable. You're not looking.
That's why you never get comfortable.
You're like, hey, let's order some.
You
pizza.
don't get comfortable.
You're not like, hey,
you need to be on the edge.
Who you talking to on Facebook?
You need to always be. You need to always be.
know?
Listen, the way you pick up a girl the first day is the way you treat her out through the whole.
Apparently, yes. You can't. Apparently, yes.
You cannot.
We've learned that. Yes.
You cannot. Like the moment you slip or slide, point system. You lose points. You know, you get knocked down or whatever. So like that's honest.
4 years in a relationship,
you can't settle down.
You can't chill.
Sleep. You can't
gotta
chill.
keep maintaining.
That's what.
Why do you keep maintaining?
Why do you think I'm fucking single?
You got to keep maintaining.
I'm fucking chillaxing. No fucking stress in my life. No drama in my life. I'm just saying. But the moment
that in a heartbeat.
But the moment I come into one, I'm bringing my A game.
4 years later.
10 years later, I'm fucking.
You're not.
Unless I get broken down.
You're not gonna be thinking that this person is gonna wrong you.
Or maybe
because typically that shit gets out of the system.
Yeah, because she might meet
you
me and you're like, Kevin, your
in the first
friend Kirk's pretty cute.
Right.
You never know. I mean, I wouldn't make a move on her, but she might make a move on me.
Right. No.
And I'm your slightly older, more experienced friend.
Yeah.
And I have a good relationship with cam models. And I know how to chat with ladies.
Here's the thing.
I feel like I'm pretty. You see me chat with some girls, right?
Online.
Pretty good.
Yeah, online.
No, online and in person.
Yeah.
I got a ways of talking to ladies, right? So
yeah. There's kind of that.
Sorry, I'm tired.
No. I think when it comes, so basically,
but we're saying relationships are work, and if they're not, fuck them, and let's get single and fuck some more women, right?
No.
What I was saying was that I think you got some coping mechanism going on.
Yeah.
For your situation and sure, a means to an end of like, okay, but I think you'll come out on the other side, right?
Well, I think for me it's like
Kevin,
it feels like
right now
it feels like the real
kind
thing.
of denial.
For me, it's like whatever I'm doing is
I know for a fact I am better than I was 4 years ago, man. I'm bench pressing way more. I'm driving faster.
Well, for me, it's
I'm doing way better things than I was 4 or 5 years ago, man.
Can I say that? Like, I feel like
I would strangle the fuck out of my old self right now. Like I could beat the shit out. Like all I'm saying is,
I think for me, it's like I'm keeping distance because I really don't want a relationship. But your old self
is what was getting some results.
Yeah, which led to the fucking nuke.
But why would you? Right, but still,
which led to the
getting
nuke.
Some results. So you don't blow the car up because the car loses a race. You
acknowledge it. You acknowledge it.
I could strangle the shit out of that guy. It sounds like you want to kill your old self.
Superman 3, man. You gotta fucking kill that old one.
No, man, you're like Return of the Jedi.
No, it established you gotta rebuild.
You should have rebuilt the Death Star.
You need the pain. You need the anger.
Yeah.
I want it.
No, man.
I need it.
I'm not rebuilding the Death Star. I'm making that new one where it's 10 times bigger.
That's what I'm saying. No, the one.
No, but they didn't throw the plans away.
I'm saying the one in Return of the Jedi was slightly bigger, and they thought of putting a force field around it. Think of that force field that say the rebels didn't come fuck up that whole thing.
Like, let's put a force field.
Now it's a force field. They can't just fly some shit in there, right?
Yeah, just how they.
And then it's a trap. And the girl comes in, tries to fuck you up, and she's like, "It's a trap!" Ah! That's your life, man. That's what you could be right now.
Redlining.
Big Death Star.
I'd fuck you anyway. So
So what I'm saying is, you look at it like from how you were speaking, it's like it's this whole like tear down and build up,
rebuild.
But that was never the case. It's like
listen, you can't.
It's like a team, like a sports team that you got there, but something went wrong at the end, and it's not. It could be just you just didn't have the talent. You know what I mean?
Right.
You didn't have the talent for that person. But if if it was like a case of malicious intent on their part, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have to work on mental health and to and then yes, that's an opportunity to be like, well, I can work on myself because there's things I don't like about myself. It shouldn't be a reason because of that person, because there's nothing wrong with you. You know what I mean? Like
you
in that scenario.
You keep the good parts that got you there, but at the same time, you got to get rid of the bad parts that got you there. So, like,
but you had results, and it's not your fault if a girl wrongs you.
Well, it kind of is because you should have been.
No, if she straight up like fucks you over,
right?
She should do what you would like. Have a chat with you.
No, but the fact that she got to the point where she felt she had to fuck me over was because I gave her that option.
But I'm saying after a 4-year relationship, you would figure that you would have a conversation.
Nah, man, that's not how they are, man.
What?
That's not how they are, man.
So you're saying it's your fault then?
I'm saying that
because that's a fucked up way to look at it.
There's two parts to blame.
Because it's her fucking fault.
No, it's her fault. Like for the way things can end, but in terms of how things got there was no communication on that part, right? You know, like I think when it comes down to it, when you break up, there's no such thing as it's one person's fault or the other. No, it's both parties. There's blame to go on both ends. Whether it means you weren't smart enough to pick up the signals beforehand and know the right way to turn things around or whatever, or whether you were just oh fuck it and I'm going to be irresponsible and just blow it up or whatever, right? There's blame on both ends, and I think the responsible thing for both parties is to both go their separate ways, work on your shit, learn whatever, and then come back as better fucking people. Who knows? Maybe down the road it's a better shot, or you get into better things later.
Yeah, hit that cock.
You get in. Yeah, that's a good thing. You're fucking.
Hit the cock, Jim. I said
what?
Cocker. You hit that.
All right, so you're gonna self-depreciate yourself. So I understand your train of thought.
No, my train of thought was I got into a bad place because I was not ready. It's like fucking being Rocky in Rocky 1. Yeah, you got the heart. Yeah, you got the spirit. But listen, you're just not physically ready to go 12 rounds with the champ. And win.
But here's the thing.
He did.
So
he went 12 rounds.
But he didn't win.
No decision.
But he didn't win.
There's no decision.
He didn't win. So what I'm saying is, right now, so listen, 4 years ago, I was fucking Rocky. I was Rocky 1.
And baseball.
Hopes and dreams and just fucking going.
Yeah, you could walk out and get and then it could be Rocky. Rocky 4.
Right now, I'm Rocky 2, ready for the fucking championship. And then who knows? Maybe down the road, I lose it, and I need to get the eye of the tiger, and it's fucking Rocky. Rocky literally is the fucking best movie of a lifespan of world experiences.
I don't know about that.
You haven't seen all of them, clearly.
No, I've seen all of them. I just don't agree with that comment.
You don't, because you just don't know, man. You don't know about the eye of the tiger.
See, I would say,
you know, it's a better.
I'm probably in my Rocky 3 era.
You're in your Rocky 3. Yep.
I'm in my Rocky 3 era, right? Like, or like I have been there. Right? Like the Rocky 3 where you take some knocks.
Yep.
You go down, you lose the title.
Yep.
You know.
I don't think he lost the title on that one, did he? He just lost the fight.
No, he lost the title.
He lost the title.
Clubber Lang, he lost the title. That was a title fight?
I thought
I'm
going to take your title. I'm going to fight you, woman.
He's going to fight him, and then he fought Hulk Hogan, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot all about that.
He got soft, right?
Yeah.
He got a bit soft.
He's become a celebrity, kind of like, you know, that's what Clubber Lang
he was training like shit. But anyways.
And then Nick died.
No, maybe I'm past that. You know what? Maybe I'm past that.
Didn't Clubber Lang also, like, inadvertently kill Mickey?
Yes.
So that's kind of the reason to come back, too.
Yeah.
So that sounds like
Mickey went, and then that's when
so in this case, Murray's Mickey, and you're Rocky. So what happens? So we can't have Murray go down. So I think we're kind of stuck in time here.
No,
I think if anything, he's Creed.
Oh, Apollo Creed.
And I'm still Rocky.
So we're waiting for the Russian to
maybe my ego's going to get me killed one day.
No, the son.
No, I feel like
not
the new
Apollo
one.
Creed.
No, I feel like it's Rocky 5, and he's your protege, and he's going to eventually.
Tommy Gunn, that guy was a bum. That guy was a fucking bum right there.
I imagine there's going to be an awesome street fight between the two of you at some point. You just disagree over something. That'd be your cool.
We've established that I'm willing to go.
But then you're cool
on the street.
But I feel like you're cool after though. Like instead of going your separate ways, you're just like you just hug each other. You're cool after. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it relates, but yes, I think that that's a great movie series for anybody who's looking to rebound.
Oh, it's also a great fucking breakup movie. Listen, you watch fucking Rocky. you're gonna want to get back in the gym and fucking beat whoever the fuck comes your way.
It makes you feel good.
You feel better.
Like,
you feel better.
Feel good. It shows you what perseverance and like he goes through a lot. In
you know what?
Series he goes through a lot.
It's also a metaphor for a breakup. Listen, you're gonna get knocked down a lot. You're gonna date people and they're gonna knock you down. You're gonna get fucking thing. You're gonna feel like garbage and like you feel like you just can't go anymore. Just get up one more round and just keep on going. Don't like. It's not about. Just keep on going.
All right. So we didn't really get a 100% answer out of really. Well, kind of. So
yeah. So for me, I think a breakup is a good time for reflection. It's a good time for self improvement. That's the way you get. That's the way you get it over with. You gotta. It's either that or you just drink yourself into fucking sorrow.
Well, I think that heavy drinking goes hand in hand, man.
At the start, but
eventually, a lot of
eventually-
mistakes. That's why a lot of guys end up like after a breakup. It's like heavy drinking, making a lot of mistakes with random chicks.
Fair enough.
Chicks that you probably wouldn't normally deal with.
Yeah.
But because you're trying to put as much distance between.
Oh no, you gotta put.
I say, hey, go for it. You know what I mean? Go for it.
But what I'm saying is, like, from you, like, I think, and I don't know, because when you go from relationship to relationship, and let's say you do it the nice way and you actually give yourself some time in between it, ideally, you should be getting better and better at it every time. You should be getting better at your
it's a body of work, man.
That's what I'm just saying. If you're going to compare your high school relationships,
they're all different, right? Like,
they're different.
It's a different person,
but you should be getting better at certain things.
It's like if you got back together with somebody, like you had a breakup, and then now you're back together. Yeah, then you could maybe have a better relationship, which is I think why a lot of relationships after people like leave each other and then they get back together, like people will do that and then go date someone for a year or 8 months, you know what I mean? And then they go fuck around and then they start coming back, and then the relationship, although there's probably a lot of shit goes on, like those people end up together, like they end up like, okay, well now we know what
it's the premises of The Notebook.
Oh, what's that movie about?
They basically date and then they disappear for like 7 or 8 years. He goes to war, builds a house for her.
They both disappear?
Well, life brings them apart.
No, he kind of just stayed in the same place and ran out of the house.
Yeah, he fucking worked on himself. Fucking made a house.
Did he work on himself?
The house himself.
Seems like he didn't. And it seems like he may or may not have had some mental issues.
I liked him in Drive. Drive was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, in any event, that is a whole different.
I saw La La Land. That was probably similar to that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We spoke about it offline a little while ago. Maybe it's not really for this podcast, but I'll bring it up. You can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah.
So apparently, there's women out there that date guys. Okay, we know this.
All right, I'm ready for this.
Now, what do you think about a woman who dates a guy but posts pictures on their social media of all their random little shit, like fucking, oh, he made me bacon and eggs today. Oh, how sweet. But this is all they do. Mm-hmm. Are they a loser? I'm thinking they're a loser. And if they dated you previous, does that make you realize that they're a loser?
So you mean like they're like an Instagram couple where they have to always put something on social media?
Who knows?
I guess the best way to see that. I would say the best way to tell that it'd be like if they still have any remnants of their previous relationship on Instagram or Facebook.
No,
they don't. Then maybe this is maybe they're a loser. Maybe they're just like, this is their first time. They're so fucking excited. They're like, I gotta document.
So this can of Coke, like, oh,
she's like that. She's like a year later, and later she pulls this Coke out. She's like, this was the first can of Coke you drank at my apartment.
Do you think it's desperation?
No, maybe some people are just weird.
I think it's desperation.
Well, sure, like she's just trying to cling on to you. Maybe I don't know.
No, not me.
No, but like in general, that type of girl is a clinger.
Yeah.
She's like a stage 4 clinger.
Here's the thing, and this is according to articles and science and stuff I've read online.
There's the bitches be tripping.
There's that. No, but there's a statistic showing that people that post more social media presence of the relationship versus people who are social, basically who don't, like people who are just like, they keep their relationship private versus on social media. they tend the ones that keep it more private tend to last longer. Just from the side.
No, what's the reasoning?
There's a bit of things to play. Maybe there's a bit of insecurity, so they feel like documentation.
Like I got shit going on, man. I do not have time.
Maybe there's
to
pressure.
do that shit. You know what I mean?
Maybe there's pressure to keep a certain like facade.
There's pressure,
like a certain face or something in your relationship. Because like I say, the girl's trying to show a certain thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it cracks. Because maybe it's like the guy's like, "Why are you putting up this shit about our life? Our life is not fucking perfect." Like you're saying, you're making everyone, your friends, trying to make your friends jealous. But we got our own problems. Yeah. Life isn't like perfect. Stop trying to make it like that.
Is it jealous or is it to try to fit in? Like desperate to be accepted within like a communal norm of social media.
For sure. I think
to
it's
be like, but also the fact that it's so mundane.
Yeah.
That it's so like it's pathetic, right? Like it's kind of a pathetic thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about taking photos of something, you're fucking, your kids and shit. I'm talking about random nonsense. Like if you dated a girl, you're gonna take pictures of her fucking shirts.
Oh, maybe.
You're gonna take. Are you fucking joking?
I was like, she was wearing some really cute outfit today. Yeah. Like this. It's like the female Ghostbuster. She's wearing a Ghostbuster shirt.
I don't want to get into this.
No. I think my thing is because so
I've never been in.
It's kind of sad.
From a personal story, I knew a couple once, and when they were first dating, we're talking in the first or second month. My boy, like he was dating this girl, and like he was an old school guy, just chillax, didn't really get into the pictures and social media. But his girlfriend, every 15 or 20 minutes, oh, me and my boyfriend going over here, we're checking in here. Oh, look what we ate, look what we think. She documented everything, and then I called her out on her shit. I'm like, so what's with the documentation? Why, well, whatever. It's like, oh, it's because I love him so. I love him so much. I love him so much.
She's just in love with that whole idea. Like she's so preoccupied with that shit.
Here's the thing. Later on, as the relationship matured, she started cutting down on that shit, and eventually got to the point where she didn't really post that much, right? She got back to just regular stuff. And then I questioned, I'm like, so what's up? You're not doing this? She's like, well, to be honest, early on, like I was insecure about it. And I didn't know if we were gonna last or not, so I really wanted to cherish those moments or whatever. And I'm like,
She just like you almost fucked it up.
Well,
by doing that.
I just gotta say, like, okay, maybe there's some, like if you're going places, okay, I get it. You go to a fucking
no. We're talking.
Take a picture, check in. You're there, good times, whatever. But I'm saying you're chilling, life's chilling. You're sitting around in your jammies all day watching movies. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody cares about your fucking existence.
Up next, we're watching The Princess Bride.
That leads into what we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God. That if a girl, right? Like let's say you date a chick, right?
Yeah.
And then girl's just laughing.
Yeah.
You date a chick, and then like let's say you're out, right?
Yeah.
You're out. And whatever, they're not. I wouldn't say they're your friends or anybody. They're probably even her friends.
Okay,
but they don't personally care about the guy.
Okay,
like her boyfriend.
Okay,
her new boyfriend,
right.
But she drags him around.
Right,
and like people are kind of like, from what I gather, people openly talk nonsense about this person.
Okay,
but does she care? Should she care? Should she even bring that person? Should this person be involved?
Here's the thing.
What's that?
Remember that Seinfeld where the girl kept saying "my fiance"?
Is that a no?
Do you guys remember that? No. Remember that Seinfeld where there was
my fiance? It drives people crazy.
Yeah, like that. She's like, "Oh, my fiance. Where did my fiance go?"
Exactly.
Just like we were here, and my fiance. And then she's like, "Where did my fiance go?" And then Elaine's like, "Maybe the dingo ate your fiance." Just like what? She's like the dingo.
Because
no one cares.
Even when I growing up, right? Like girls or whoever, like they break up with their dude, and then like they bring the new guy, and I'm the circle of friends. And I'm there, with the guys, the girls, whatever. And like, I got to meet this new guy, and it's like, okay, whatever. But I like the old guy just fine. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Don't bring anybody.
All right.
Just fucking bring yourself. We're out having a good time. None of us brought our fucking girlfriends or our boyfriends.
The girls are a bit different.
Why the fuck are you bringing yours when you know it's just us? We can't talk. We can't whatever. This asshole just sits there like a loser. Fuck, take a hint. And everybody's too nice to tell her or the guy to be like, why are you even here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I love shotgunning.
It's pathetic.
beers
It's
too.
like they're trying to like inject something that's not there. I don't know. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kevin? Is that appropriate?
Here's the, okay.
Is it appropriate? Yes or no?
So if you're the girl and you're bringing
is it appropriate? Yes or no? In that scenario,
it depends on who her circle of
the friends have no history in a way that matters because nobody was talking to this person.
Yeah.
The only reason this person is there is because this girl is forcing this person on them.
Okay, if she's forcing that,
would you rather see that girl who's your friend alone without this guy or with the guy?
It comes down to whether.
What would you rather have? What kind? Would you have a better conversation with that person, more truthful, whatever, within a group of friends, with or without that person?
Yeah. It basically when a girl does that, she's trying to.
You won't answer the question.
It's a test. It's a test.
What do you, Khalid? You're quiet over there. What do you think? Is that a yes or no? Kirk, give him a mic.
Oh, can I not say yes or no?
No. I just want your opinion because, you know what I mean.
I wouldn't do it. How about that?
You wouldn't.
Let's see. If I had a relationship with someone, and there was feelings and we broke up, if I'm gonna bring my next partner there, like I wouldn't do it. But if I did, to me that's trying to get at him. That's the only reason I would do it, because I wouldn't feel comfortable myself bringing someone else to see that person, right? But that's just me.
So would you say though somebody that does that, like, are they a loser or are they desperate, or is it a combination of both? Because that's what it seems like, right? Because
we touched on this kind of before, though, right? Like it's kind of awkward. Remember we had that episode we talked about like bringing the girl you're dating to a concert, but your friends are there, and she has no one to hang out with but you're with your friends, and there's obviously like inside stuff going on.
That's a little bit different because that's like a date.
But I'm saying,
that's a date. This is like
kind of. I'm saying, but it's almost like
this is like a group of friends, kind of. Yes, very similar in a
situation. Is like, but like it's never good for anybody when you got like one person. She's got to have someone like to even it out. This is buddies.
That's a concert, so you're gonna bring your girl. Like I'm not talking that. I'm talking
like, but it's like a social situation. Your friends are gonna be there, or it's like the same thing in public. I feel like it's not good for anybody, right? So, what's this?
Yeah. No. I think what do you call it? I think when it comes down to this, it's like a wolf pack, right? Let's say you were the.
No, I'm saying though, I hear you, but I'm saying in that scenario,
yes,
a girl's doing this. Could be a guy, but it could be like an example, a prime example that you're aware of is a girl doing this.
Yeah,
is she fucked up?
So okay,
is she desperate?
Let me put into my thing. So if I'm a guy,
it comes off as a desperation,
and I'm bringing the new girl around.
But it's too like it's.
I just want to get in terms of me.
People who are like they'd rather not have the girl there. They'd rather have you there.
But
why are you bringing the girl?
But here's the thing:
she just sits there.
Have they communicated? Have they communicated this? Has the circle of friends communicated?
Are they going to want to piss you off by telling you that? Because are you going to stop hanging out because you're desperate?
Right.
You're desperate to keep that girl. So you don't want to leave that girl alone.
Right.
And come out.
Personally.
That means you're doing stuff without them.
See, personally,
and you're desperate to have that, so you would just stop seeing your friends.
See, personally, I have a code,
and it's questionable whether or not you're friends with this person.
My code is I do not introduce whoever I am dating to my circle of friends until maybe 6 months. I do not introduce them to a family until maybe a year. Because at the end of the day, I know the truth.
There's always a time and a place, but I'm saying
truth has come down.
People are just hanging out, having wings and beers or whatever.
Right.
Even if it's 6 months or a year, there's times where you don't bring that person. You're just like, you know what? I'm meeting up with my friends. We're just gonna have some beers. I'll give you a call a little later. You know what I mean? And whatever. But to bring that person actively out, all I'm saying, it seems desperate because you don't want to upset that. You know what I mean?
Upset who?
The new person. Yeah, because there's desperation going on.
But the new person has no card in the has no.
No, they do because they're there, right? So like.
Yeah, but they're there because of the person.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But they're desperate to maintain that.
Who's desperate?
The person who's bringing them. Why bring them then? Why the fuck would I bring someone
because they
like,
want
you know
to. Because here's the thing: when they got rid of the old person,
who would you rather have there? Nobody. You would rather just have your friend there because you can just kick back.
No,
relax, and talk to your friend
as the outer circle,
a lummox sitting next to them.
Yeah.
Because it makes that person seem like a loser.
No, but you got to look at.
Well, they are, and they're desperate. But you know.
But here's the thing. Okay, let's just say I'm the guy. I got a new girl, and I'm bringing her to a couple of friends who know that I used to date an old girl. Right? They know my old girl, but now they're gonna meet the new girl.
Sure.
So immediately, the onus is on me to figure out if my circle of friends are either on my old girl's team or my new girl's team.
Well, people don't like to tell, right? People don't like to tell.
Then
they don't like to take
Of course,
sides.
they're not.
But however,
the onus is on the person to find out whether they're comfortable or not.
Yeah, but they're so desperate to have that they don't care. And they think like, you know, it's one of those situations because they don't understand that their people, their friends would rather see them without their new person because they're not themselves, right? Like you throw anybody in, it's like you're much more easygoing. You know, you put a girl that I'm dating, right? Like with me, I can be myself, but I mean, I'm not like we're not talking fully like publicly, like, you know, there's gonna be things that aren't said or whatever. Like there's just things,
right?
There's boundaries, right? That you don't cross. So it's easier. I would just be like, yeah, okay, I'm just coming myself. Like I'll meet up with you later because I'm confident in.
Here's the thing.
That. Like I'm going to live my life, and then you're going to be there.
It is also a very situational thing. Here's the thing. Let's say your friends are all meeting up.
Desperate.
Okay, listen. Let's say it's a situation where your friends are hosting a party and they invite you, and they say, "Hey, you should come." They just say you.
Yes.
Now, if you bring your other guy,
I'm not bringing somebody else.
If you bring your person to that party,
I'm not bringing it.
You shot yourself. Now, here's the thing. If it's your party, you put it all together, you posted, hey, listen, guys, come over. I want you guys to come over to my thing.
Yeah.
Then now the onus is on the other people.
Yes.
Because it's like, hey, listen, it's obvious I'm going to be there with my new person. So, listen, you guys either accept it or you don't. Right? Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a very situational based issue.
For sure. However, you know, here's the thing, man. Like in my experience, like even years ago, where I would date somebody and then work and I just get a little tied up. Where other people are having get-togethers, be like, hey, a bunch of us are gonna go get wings or beers or whatever. We're gonna go here. You should stop by. You should come by, have a beer. I like to catch up with them, find out what's going on. I can't do that actively well when I've got an anchor who doesn't really know everybody enough to I got to babysit and I can't really. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to be with my friends.
Okay.
And if it's my own situation, there was many times where I'd be like, "Fuck, I haven't seen the boys. I haven't seen my friends in a long time. You know what? I think next Tuesday I'm just gonna put something together, invite them out, grab some wings or something, maybe meet up at blah blah blah's house. Cool. I'll see you Wednesday. The day, and yeah, no problem. I'm not even bringing them on shit that I'm putting together because I want to be able to do my thing, right? Unless it's a birthday or a function where it's like, and then even then I'm asking, be like, can I bring my girl? Like, is that cool? Or because there's sometimes you get told, you know what, man, it's probably better if you just show up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's really.
So at the end of the day, it comes down to the onus is on the person.
Oh, sorry, there was doing water.
But in that scenario, though, what does it appear like?
The onus is always on the crown attorney. They have to.
It's not a court of law.
Reasonable amount of doubt.
It comes down to
So I took some law courses back in the day.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you're saying it's not desperate?
I'm saying,
or is it desperate?
I'm saying it is a calculated miserror on their part.
You don't want to say.
I'm no, because listen, there's.
I know what you think.
There's desperate moves.
I know what you think.
I think it comes down. It's a very situational based issue. And listen, my rule. I have a very simple code. I don't intermingle my circles. Listen. I have my friends. I have.
Your Kirks.
So, but
yeah, there's
you already said it comes off desperate.
Any of your other friends from Scarborough or
sorry, what?
You already said it comes off desk. Khalid's like tagged in here.
Yeah.
No. Again, I think it's just you're getting at someone. Like you're literally trying to get at them. But why would you bring someone with you that you know might cause some kind of tension? I mean, there's no way you don't know that's gonna happen. You're like, oh, I'll bring him. He'll be fine. No, that's not happening. You won't be fine. So,
listen, there's undertones obviously in these actions.
Maybe like years later, you know, you don't even remember their name. Sure.
No,
Kevin's unwilling to take a stance on this point for some reason. It's almost like he knows something or someone. Who acts crazy and desperate. And
there's a lot of people that are crazy and desperate.
No, yeah, for sure.
Man. Listen,
for sure. But I think you might give an answer.
They got okay. You know what? If you want to, let's go break it down now. I will give you yes or no.
Did already?
Give me yes or no's.
He kind of did, right? He kind of did.
I'll answer yes and no. Let's go. Ask me a question.
Does it seem desperate? Yes or no?
The person bringing their new person.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Like from a superficial point of view of, you know, early.
Knowing that the people that you're meeting probably would rather not have.
Here's the thing: like if the person was
like if it was a friend of yours.
Yes.
You would probably just rather talk to that person without their significant other.
No, but see, there's been many times where I've been in situations where...
Especially if they just came out of a war zone regarding a relationship, right? So, like, this also...
No, but here's the thing, and you probably know that, it comes situational. How many times have you and your boys hung out, and then one of your boys got out of a relationship, brings his new girl around, and you're like, oh, so that's the new thing you're banging. It's a whole different ball game if you're a girl.
No, you know what? Like, yeah, maybe, but normally they won't. Normally they won't. Normally, like, my buddies wouldn't. They'd be like, yeah, I started dating a girl. Because they want to kick back and they want to tell me about it. They want to talk openly about, because I'll be like, what happened to what's her face?
She's seen grief.
Like, what happened to her? Where's she at? Like, we have to have that talk. Yeah. You know, he's not just rolling in with the new girl and then trying to have the talk with me with her there. That's crazy. Can I
just talk about the movie Grease for a second? You know, there's Sandy and there's Danny, right?
Yeah.
And they both have the same scene. It's back to back. They're with their group of friends, and the song's called "Tell Me More." Mm-hmm. But each side of the girls and the guys are like, "Tell me more, tell me more." Does he have a car? That's the girl side. And then the guys are like, did you get near and far? You know, in the car? So I'm saying, it's good. The guys and the girls, they all have the same similar sensibilities.
Listen, everybody has their issues.
Everybody's got them. Yeah.
I know. Like I said, there's studies to prove that a person who is more... who shows off their significant other in a form of
in their ass. Ass in public.
No. No, what I'm saying is, like, I think there's people that it shows that if you're insecure about what you got, you're gonna want to feel that you need to force things, like, you know, proving to the world that you're in something meaningful.
So that's the social media stuff.
That's what the social media stuff. It's almost like a blanket of security. So it's like, if it happens on social media, it's real.
So it's desperation tied in with not knowing what to do or having social awkwardness.
Right. But it does come down to everybody's, like, there's people that, like, you know, like, they meet somebody off the internet and literally within a month they're dating them and that's the love of their life, and then fuck, nothing makes me happy when I see 4 months down the road broken up. Because, like,
yeah, but not if they're desperate. If they're desperate 4 months down the road, they're forcing things, like, you know what I mean? It'll be like, oh, you know, and they just they're going to escalate and escalate and escalate. And that's what we were saying, is you're like, well, it's up to people, like, you know, that person, on the onus on the person to find out what people think. But if the person is desperate enough, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. And if they don't really have any friends, you know what I mean? Like,
pretending they're okay.
Well, there's a lot of that, but, you know, there's fake it till you make it, right? You know, there's that, right? So, balls in their corner. I don't know, man.
Balls in their corner.
Balls in their corner. That's how.
No, there's no ball in their corner.
That's how.
I'm just saying. It sounds like people like that like I never understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that social media's thing, posting this random little shit about like who fucking gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares. Otherwise, like, you know what I mean? People wouldn't talk shit about it.
Well, that's not true. Some people care, you know. There's other people who have nothing better to do. You know?
Exactly.
They look at other lives and they're like, "Oh, I wish mine was like this," but really, they don't.
It's the I call it the Kardashian effect, man. The moment you know, she was like during the social media, you know, she posted her relationships, and now everybody thinks that the only way it's a real relationship is if you post it and make it fucking official. But
desperation, and you know what? I love these relationships too that start out like that, which is weird, and like all convoluted. Because you know what I love even more is like if people stay together, and like they have the kids, and like they fucking, you know, down the road, it's like, tell us the story about how you guys got together, and it's like
Tinder.
Well, your mom was looking for something. I was looking for something, and I met her in the back of the No Frills. Or, well, you know, your mom was banging two guys. You know what I mean? Like, all this was going on, and then all of a sudden,
that's gonna be the future.
I was just around, and she wouldn't leave.
That's gonna be the future one day, man.
She kept putting pictures of me on her Facebook.
Instead of people saying, "Oh yeah, we met in high school,"
on her Instagram,
it's gonna be, she swiped right, I swiped right.
No, that's not always the case, man. That's not always the case.
You know. But anyways, I don't know. I
hope I meet my future wife at the Oasis Sex Lounge.
Sure. Anyways, yeah.
So, I seriously do hope that, like, I take my ex-girlfriend, future past girlfriend. We were at the Oasis Sex Lounge. I see this cute, awesome, hot chick. That's my future wife. And when another girl's not looking, I'm just right in there. Threesome. Or don't do threesome. Maybe I'm
who are you including in that threesome,
polyamorous.
Kevin?
What? Jesus, you're fucking.
No, it was like there's like all types of people. I'm not willing to settle down with one person. Maybe more than one person.
Okay, anyways.
Guys, I'm deliriously tired right now. I'm sorry.
Yes, we can tell.
Anyways,
was I even on?
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, gotta fix this mic. But anyways, that's the Other Guys podcast. We talked about a lot of fucking weird shit. Porn addiction, breakup
This
rules.
was like a shotgun episode.
And
a lot of scatter.
Couple of shots were taken, but you know, let us know. Let us know what you think.
I pulled the sniper rifle out.
Let us know what you think, and you know, comment, and we will answer your questions. We will solve your problems. If you have a problem, we'll call and
Another lady I had sex with.
You might ruin it.
Maybe who knows? But we're here to help. Anyways, that's the Other Guys podcast. We're done. Good night.
See ya.